Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you all are fine. This is your science lesson. As you know, we have completed unit number 6 that was about food and diet. In today's lesson, we'll revise all the questions that we have done in this unit. Let's start with question number 1. Question number 1 is, who was James Lind? James Lind was a nutritionist who discovered a simple cure for scurvy. And what was the cure? To use lemon juice. Why must food be made free of bacteria? Answer is, food must be made free of bacteria because they can cause food poisoning. It is very necessary to make your food free of bacteria because we have discussed in details about E. coli and Salmonella, how they can make the food harmful for us. If the food is harmful with bacteria, then they can cause food poisoning. So it is very important to remove the bacteria from your food before eating. And how you can do that? By heating. How can food be made safe? Question number 3 is, how can food be made safe? Answer is, food can be made safe by heating. When you heat the food, bacteria will be killed. Now your food is free of bacteria. Now your food is not harmful. You have to remember, not all bacteria are harmful. Some bacteria are also useful. Some are harmful, some are harmless. We have discussed about 2 types of bacteria that are harmful, E. coli and Salmonella. Question number 4 is, what is meant by food poisoning? Name the bacteria that cause it. Food poisoning is when you eat food harmful with bacteria and it is caused by E. coli and Salmonella. Food poisoning is when you eat food that is harmful with bacteria. If you have not killed the bacteria that are present in the food, then your food is harmful. So if you eat that food, then it can cause food poisoning. So you have to be very careful when you eat food, either the food you are eating is harmful or not. Question number 5 is, suggest ways to avoid food poisoning. There are many different ways that are mentioned in your book, but you have to suggest some of them. So you can write, do not reheat food more than once. Make sure frozen food are properly thawed. Properly thawed, you have to melt the food properly before you are going to reheat that food or before you are going to cook that frozen food. Wash your hands before handling food. If you are eating something or you are going to cook something, or you are handling food in any manner, you have to wash your hands before handling food, right? Question number 6 is, what are GM foods? How are they produced? GM foods के बारे में हम डिटेल्स में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. GM foods, genetically modified foods, are GM foods. G for genetically, M for modified. GM foods, genetically modified foods. They have genes altered or new genes added to them, right? या तो आप उसकी जीन चेंज कर देते हो या उसमें न्यू जीन ऐड कर देते हो. Question number 7 is, how GM foods can be good or bad? Answer is, GM foods are good because they help to grow more food and enable crops to withstand harsh climate. GM foods can be bad because they interfere with natural food chains and are expensive to produce, right? So these are the 7 questions that are included in this unit. So you have to complete your notes if your notes are not complete, and you have to revise all these questions. It's all for you today's lecture.